Welcome to the Whisky Bowl. I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing because my brain was in a different place. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going big brand.
Oh.
You're not gonna.
Oh.
This is gonna be another one of those ones you're just not gonna believe
That we haven't
that
done
we
yet.
haven't done.
Okay.
You ready?
No, I'm really not, because Chivas Regal.
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We've done the Mizunara.
Yeah.
And we did a different Chivas
Yeah.
that I can't remember off the top of my head all of a sudden.
But it turns out like we haven't done Maker's Mark, we haven't done Woodford Reserve, we haven't done
Yeah, we did
Jameson, we haven't done Ardbeg 10.
We didn't do the
We
13.
haven't done Lagavulin 16. You know what? I think we've never done Redbreast 12.
Oh, you're right. We should do it.
We haven't done Redbreast 21.
It really deserves a whole week of
Haven't done.
episodes on the one bottle.
Basically, I don't think we've done any of my favorite whiskeys.
Yeah. So I want to talk about, by the way, this is a gift from Michael Morgan, Magnificent Bastard.
Michael Morgan, you magnificent bastard. I have never reached for Chivas Regal to put in my glass.
Me either.
There's always other things that I'm reaching for before this.
Yeah.
one. Where does Chivas Regal land within the larger lexicon of whiskeys?
Well, the Chivas 12,
Yeah.
I think lands in the nicer Johnny Walkers.
Okay.
And like maybe the Naked Grouse, or like instead of just the generic famous grouse.
Yeah.
Just like, I think this one is blended Scotch, but like just one rung more up the ladder from budget and
Okay.
like whatever. It's a mixer.
Because the pinnacle of blended whiskeys, I'm thinking of like a Compass Box.
Yeah.
So we're not at that level, but we're also not in the basement. We're not in basement's maybe too harsh of a word, but like the entry level budget stuff,
Yeah.
like a Dewar's or.
When you go to like a random bar that only has like, what do you have for your Scotch? And they only have two, and one's Glenlivet, and the other one is Chivas or Johnny Walker. And it's like, all right, I guess that will be.
Yeah,
doing
so
that.
Glenlivet, that's very helpful. Context is Glenlivet level. Even
Yeah,
though this is blended.
Even though it's blended.
Yes.
Yeah, but as far as entry,
Got it.
approachable, I don't think it's going to be as good as Glenlivet, but it's been a long time since I've had Chivas 12.
okay.
This and this is cool. I'm going to pour another one.
Yeah.
If I get the glass, I do have the glasses good.
This is
Their blender,
40%, of course.
yeah. Sandy Hyslop is their master blender.
Okay.
She said, I'm extremely proud to be responsible for the Chivas Regal 12-year-old blended Scotch. Fabulous reputation for quality and continuity with its heart firmly placed in Speyside.
Okay.
So, like, owning the Speyside,
Yep.
it's got, among other things, Strathyla, which is a single malt that I really love, and we have. So I'm going to be curious as to whether or not we can taste Strathyla.
Now, we recently did an underrated Scotch episode. How come Strathyla didn't make the cut there?
Because I could have easily pulled like 40,
And
and I narrowed it down.
Well, and I know you also were trying to get things that most people would be able to get their hands on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've actually seen that on shelves. Is it
Strathyla?
Yeah.
You're not
Okay.
gonna, yeah. I mean, you will at a place that has a real whiskey collection, but not like a corner store normal.
Hey, it smells like Speyside.
Yeah, but it's not overly young musty, right? It lost that grain-forward malt note.
I would put this at about 12 years old.
Yeah,
Just throwing it out there.
yeah.
Just my educated guess.
13 is right out. Thou shalt count to 12.
Okay, this is jammy floral. I mean,
Yeah, lots of fruits. Not as, it's softer than,
It's like if you could make a jam out of the smell of wildflowers. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it's not bad. Like it's, I get poured that
No,
like,
there's some like thick, rich sweetness in there.
and it has real body. Like the grain whiskey isn't punching above the malt and like cracking through into that brittle, shiny vanilla.
Yeah, and then the wood layer, it's present, but it's playing second fiddle to those sweeter notes. It's kind of like a little sidekick. It's a little bass line, kind of a little foundational, bit of wood uplifting those other notes.
All right,
It's nice. I like the nose.
I'm gonna go get the Strathyla after we try it.
All right.
Oh, it's a little smoky. I did not remember that about Chivas.
Well, emphasize little.
I was looking for none. And so the fact that at the very, very end, as you swallowed, it sort of unrolled this slightly, your jacket after you wake up the next morning from a campfire.
Yeah.
Smoky.
So the fact that they're leaning into Speyside, like, okay, this tastes like the most down-home place, space-side collection of flavors ever. But my experience with that first sip was interesting because I put it in my face hole with the mouthing, and it goes, the flavors are there, but it's a little thin, and then, whoa, that's nice, and then it gets back down to a little bit thin again.
Yeah.
So there's this swell of niceness right in the mid, but the first moment and the last moment just kind of gets a little bit thinner than I want. But it swells up nicely.
I just tried it, but it only does that when you're swallowing it and drinking it. It doesn't do that when you just spread it around. That's got more character than I thought.
Yeah.
That's a nice surprise. Like I'm finding whiskey glasses all over the place in here in like random corners.
Yeah. I very much like that.
Okay,
I think for some people, there's going to be a little bit of that. The people that don't like that funky malt note, it finishes with that sweet, funky maltiness. That's going to put some people off. The reason why some kind of don't like Monkey Shoulder, for example. Would you put this at a level higher than Monkey Shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would too. Like a notch or two above Monkey Shoulder for sure.
Yeah.
But the reason why some people, that kind of sickly maltiness.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Well, no, it finishes on a little bit of that for me. Not to the extent.
Oh, yeah, but not in the nose at all,
No.
and not in the real base of the palate.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got left right now. But and look, I even had to bring this from UK.
Oh, yeah, well. So, yeah, but that's not something I remember seeing on shelves here in the States.
Ooh, pears.
Yeah.
And a little bit of this. Is this a little smoky? No.
Do we know proportionally how much Strathyla is in the Chivas?
No, we have no idea what the.
We don't know if it's
proportions
an
are.
accent, if it's like a base, if it's.
No idea.
I can absolutely see, based on the nose alone still, the Strathyla being in the Chivas. I think it's giving that part of that jamminess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The density. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
I got it, man.
That's hard candy cream, and that's no joke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Between the two.
But I could see why this blends well because even though it has character and presence, it's gonna be something that can hold a lot of other things without fighting them.
Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised on both things. The Chivas Regal 12. Pleasantly surprised.
I just went back to it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the nose.
Pleasantly surprised. The Strathyla, which I went into with next to no expectations because I didn't really remember anything about it. This deserves to be on more shelves.
Yes, it does.
What the hell?
This is like so many of, I think, the real magical space sides, like Longmorn, are often used in blends, and so you don't get to experience them alone.
That's lovely.
But it's delicate without being boring.
Yeah. No, that's really nice. What is it about some brands that they end up going into a lot of blends? But those brands in and of themselves are like, wait a minute, that's nice. That's as nice as other brands that they're not putting it out in blends. They're just releasing it, and they have like this reputation for quality and all this
In
other
my
stuff.
experience, it's older distilleries.
Yeah.
Who were bought by the large producers of blends.
Oh, the workhorse distillers.
Yeah, the ones who we bought this single malt distillery so we could guarantee our own supply of that single malt.
Yeah.
And then
like a Glenkinchie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Or Cardew.
Yeah.
Right, what Johnny Walker bought originally.
Now, is Kulila owned by, are they workhorse brands?
Yeah.
Okay. A workhorse distillery, because they end up in a lot of brands. If you're looking for the smoke.
Yeah, when you're looking for the smoke, Kulila provides a lot of it for a lot of places.
Okay. Hi, it's a nice day. It's a good day.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Do more of the stuff like that. Do more of that.
I know.
Yeah. Sergeant Sphinx. Hey, Rex and Dan.
I know. I put that in there and I didn't even edit it.
I remember you two mentioning something along, that was so bad.
It's in Alex's bag. It hit the light, bounced off the box, and went into Alex's bag.
I mean, usually you're at least getting in the zone.
No, I was like 6 feet off.
And it would have been closer if you just threw it that way.
In radial. I wasn't even looking. You were reading and I crumpled it and I just went like this without really looking.
I think you could have gotten closer if you just closed your eyes, spun in a circle, got dizzy, and then hucked it.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
That was really bad. I'm going to leave it in there for Alex to find. It's a gift. My gift.
I remember you two mentioning something along the lines of how for some people, the smokiness of an Islay Scotch presents as rubber or something like that. I am unfortunately one of those people. I have tried Lafroig 10, Ardbeg, and Highland Park 18, and Talisker 10, all of them presented that way to me. Is there any Islay you would recommend that might open up the category for me, or should I just write it off completely and just stick to Highland and Speyside that I like?
So in the comments, there were a lot of great suggestions of like maybe try some Highland peated malts instead of Island first.
Okay.
But I'm gonna argue
Yeah.
that you start unpeated Islay.
Okay. Bunnahabhain? Yeah.
Or the Lottie.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has some elements that taste almost peaty and spicy, but it's not peated.
Yeah.
And it could be a nice soft walk into.
So I'm a big fan of the Ardbeg Oakdal, and I was almost Redemption. I was a lot closer.
Still missed.
It was almost Redemption.
Yeah.
I don't get the rubber note in the Oakdal, but he's already tried like the Anoa and stuff like that. So to your points, yeah. There. We got Backroad Junkie. They need to do a show, or at least comment, on the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission diverting rare whiskeys like Pappy Van Winkle, scamming the public. They would apparently send the rare bottles to a specific state liquor store and purchase them before the public even knows that they were available. What the hell? Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission.
Okay, so here's
What
the
is
story.
this? What happened?
No, I had read about it before this comment. I was like, yeah, it'd be interesting to talk about. The head of the liquor board for the Oregon. So Oregon is a state-controlled liquor
beautiful.
state, which means
Little pair of vanilla cream now.
state-controlled liquor stores.
Yeah.
Right? And so they decide what is available for sale in all the stores.
Right.
Evidently, the head was like, as things were coming in that were like allocated things and stuff like that, he was funneling them to the store by his house. And then having them set aside for him so he could buy them. Right. Now, when he was interviewed, he resigned.
Right.
When he was interviewed, what he said was, all I did was go into my local store and request it.
Okay.
And then they would bring it in
Right.
and and so it's this
Right. So part of me
super like, well, yeah, but you're also the one who decides.
Right. So
stock.
I'm very much of a split mind here. Because on one hand, it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. And on the other hand, it's like, screw that guy.
Yeah, this is why you don't want to be in charge of any of those things, because if you're a real whiskey fan.
Right.
Because if you're a real whiskey fan, it's like if you ever wanted
doing things that make sense for probably someone else, but definitely for me.
Yeah. Imagine if like you really loved gambling or you really loved playing the lottery or something like that. You don't get a job at the lottery.
Yeah.
Because you can't play anymore. Because you're not eligible for the winnings, and neither are any of your family members.
Right. It's kind of like the drug dealer version of, never get into your own stash.
Yeah.
Like, don't get hooked on your own product. So if you're an enthusiast for any kind of thing, it puts you in a precarious position for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
But it's funny.
It's pretty good. Man, we should see more Strathyla. Hey, you guys make that happen where the Strathyla shows up on more places.
Yeah, I had to order it online, so.
It's a good thing there. And the Chivas Regal, okay. I don't know why my expectations were lower than what this was able to deliver. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink,
May
you drink with us.